We're rolling stream. Rolling record. And
not sponsored by
warning, the views and opinions expressed by the host of Twisted Views do not necessarily reflect those of WeBeam TV, Area 52 Media Group, or Tampa Bay Multimedia. Simply put, these guys can be jerks sometimes. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Twisted Views tonight. We're back, and we've been gone for a long time, and we're just going to do this out of the... Well, I'm in the studio. Michael down below me, straight below me, Michael Stanley. He's on Nerd Talk and Tech Warped and the Cosplay Show. Introduce yourself, Mike.
Hi there, I'm Michael. I'm what he said on those shows.
Those shows.
Oh.
I can barely hear you now. I don't know what you did, but I can't hear you. And then in the corner down there, oh, wait, that way, is Eddie from Ego Photography. Eddie, introduce yourself. See if anybody can hear you.
I'm the good-looking guy of the crew, and I like long walks on the beach and all that good stuff.
Oh my. Long walks on the beach. Uh-oh. Somebody's got an issue going on with their audio. Sorry, folks. We're going to try this. We're trying this from our, like I said, where everybody's at home. We're all, we're not using Skype. We're using vMix Call. But, so, Twisted Views was actually born out of the frustration of the left can't get it right and the right can't get it right. So what we do is we talk about what's going on in the media, and so the first thing we're going to come out of the gate with is the Chris Hardwick thing, right? Michael, you got audio now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
I was just putting a mic on.
We got to get Ego Eddie there. We got to get him a headset that works right with his phone or something.
I know, I got the wrong one.
Well, it's the right one. We just got to get to the adapter.
You just need an iPhone.
You just need an iPhone. We all need an iPhone. Oh, you're number one. Hey, you know what? We can do that in Twisted Views. Right there. Right there. Right there. All you people that can't get along.
Can't do that
right
on Nerd Talk.
No, well, we can, but Dylan gets mad. He really wants it to be a very unpolitical show, and that's what this whole thing is about. Because, yep, I voted for Trump. Do I think he's screwing up half the time? Yep, I am. But he's doing what I asked him. Actually, he's doing what I hired him to do. I hired him to go in there and clean shit up, and that's exactly what he's doing. Whether you like it or not, that's what he's doing. And that's why everybody's angry, is because he's doing exactly what he campaigned on. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, so the Chris Hardwick thing. I got one of the ads up right here, and let's see if I can blow that up just a little bit more so we can kind of see it, right? So here's the thing. We have gotten to be such a knee-jerk, and like, oh, by the way, guys, Twisted Views is we don't wait for each other to stop talking. We just say our piece. But one of the things I feel is we have really become a knee-jerk reaction society. And I'm going to talk about the Me Too movement. All right. So do I think there was some bad crap going on? Abso-freaking-lutely. I think some of these guys that have been doing some of this stuff, they should go to jail. That's just the way it is. But you know what? Nobody goes to jail until they get their due process. See, right now, they're immediately, they're guilty. These guys are not even getting, and women, they're not even getting their day in court.
Once someone says something, they're automatically guilty. Nobody gives them a chance to say anything.
Right, exactly. So that's, and personally, that's crap. You know, you can literally ruin someone's life by doing the way we're reacting. We should, like AMC immediately pulled immediately pulled him from his show, and they pulled him, and actually San Diego Comic-Con.
Dragon Con. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con pulled him. And his website, the company he founded, Nerdist, that he sold off, pulled all his content off there.
Which, it's crap. I mean, okay, allegations is one thing. A court of law saying you're guilty, that's another. Okay, so when you're found guilty, okay, you lose your shit. That's just the way it is. You know, you mean, do you agree, Eddie?
I mean, absolutely. And unfortunately, you know, at the end, one are going to lose their voice. Right, Wolf?
Right, exactly. So, we have got to get you fixed. Hey, let me ask you a question. Not that kind of fixed. Unless you want to be fixed, that's up to you. Does your phone have the port? Is it a single port for audio?
Single
Okay.
port, yes.
Do you have a set of earbuds that's a single port?
I'm going to put you on standby, and let me go check it.
Yeah, and me and Michael talk amongst ourselves. No worries, because I really want to hear what you had to say, and I think I'm really missing out without it. But so, yeah, I mean, you know, the allegations is crap. I mean, look, from what I've read and what I've seen, okay, so he had some rules of dating. Okay, I get that. Now, I don't know all the rules, but some of the rules that we've heard about, okay, well, that's his thing, you know? But you know what? The bottom line is the girl could have walked from the very get-go. She didn't have to date him as long as she did. She could have said, no, I'm not going to follow those rules and I'm out, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me pull up some of those rules.
Are the rules out there? I would love to find out what his rules
The rules are sent. They were under her rose-colored glasses confession.
Okay.
Here they go. Number 1, I should not want to go anywhere at night. So she had to be home at night whenever he got home from work. She was not allowed to have close male friends unless they worked together, was the second one. Rule number 3, as he was sober, she was not allowed to drink alcohol. And he even noticed she used to drink wine when they would eat dinner. He told her not to do that. Number 4 I can understand. They were not to speak in public areas, elevators, cars, drivers, restaurants, because he didn't want people hearing their conversations. So, being the celebrity he is, I can understand that because he doesn't want his personal life being out.
Right. And if he lets something slip, good God, he can get in trouble.
Yeah. Number 5, I wasn't allowed to take photos of us. So it took her a while before she got him to calm down on that rule, but she wasn't allowed to take selfies with him. Another one, and when he comes home from work, she had to be ready for sex, like right then and there, no matter what.
Well, in the perfect world, that's what we all want, male or female. I would think when your husband or wife gets home, you want to have sex, right? That's why you got married. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so keep going.
That's I think it on here.
That's all she. Okay,
that's all she lists. Yeah.
The only thing that I can see that could be a problem.
He's a little controlling.
He is, but you know what? How long did they date? Did it say?
It said 4 years or something.
Okay, so she had 4 years to leave.
Let me see if it says. I don't see right off the bat.
Okay, okay. So we just got this dead air. So, all right. So the whole thing is, then you know what? If you don't like the rules, then don't stay. I mean, it's kind of that simple. I mean, and maybe I'm a little more different and stuff, but I'm just saying, no. If you don't like the way it is, leave.
She did state the rules were established 2 weeks after they started dating.
Well, she still could have
So
left.
right from the beginning, she knew the rules.
Right. So bottom line is, if you don't like the way you're being treated, then get out. I mean, it's not like he's big enough to hurt her. So get out, leave. But no, you stick in there for 4 years following the rules. Well, obviously she didn't follow the rules because she had an affair, right? That's why you broke up with her?
Yeah, so what happened was, it was 4 years after they broke up. She's been married 2 years now, and she decides to come out about the whole thing. Which, fine, cool, people have been waiting a long time, whatever. So she puts him on blast, then he comes out and says, wait, here's text messages showing my side. I dumped you because you cheated on me. And here you are several weeks, 6 weeks later, texting me, wanting to get back together with me and wanting to have kids and everything.
Right.
So if he was that bad, why is she wanting to run back to him?
Right. And you know, the whole, oh, he blacklisted me. I'm reading some of it now. Quickly connect her account to a relationship heart. Doctor's detailed account described a fame-hungry man who controlled every aspect of her life, forced himself on her sexually, and later blacklisted her from the industry following their breakup. Okay, again, if you were given rules that he wanted you to live by in the relationship and you said yes, you could have said no.
Yeah.
Now, if she said no and he attacked or he was kind of that bad person, then okay, she has every right. But go to the police right
She
then and
did
there.
state at one time she was feeling ill and asked him not to have sex, and he still said, yes, we are doing it. And apparently something, he told her, listen, this is, you know why the last relationship didn't work out, because we didn't have sex all the time. So it's either sex or you're gone.
Well, okay, again, she could have left. She could have got up, packed her shit, and got out. You know, and she's. I mean, is that her right there in the picture?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
actually did a TV show, Heroes of Cosplay. She's a popular cosplayer.
Okay, so she's bigger than he is. First of all, taller at least. I don't think he's much bigger than she is. He is. That's not the point. The point is, if you don't like what your mate's asking of you, and I'm not saying what he did was right. Let's not even go to, well, you should. Doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. If you don't like what he's asked of you, then you need to get out. You don't wait till 4 years later and go, oh, and by the way, this happened. That's crap. You know, it sounds like to me someone got to her and said, oh, you should do this. It's you know, those little dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dees that get in your ear. And then she did it, and it's like, oh, crap. I don't think she, you know, I mean, I think he's a smart
I
kid.
just don't know why
anyway.
people wait so long. I don't know that if there's an issue, confront it then and there. Today, I was on Facebook and someone from 2000 said the singer of the band Tool, Maynard, raped her when she was 17. And that was in 2000, and 18 years later, she's now talking about it. And they're trying to ruin his career.
And see, was it forced or was it mutual and she just was 17? Because in some states, that's the age of consent.
She said in the state she was in, age of consent was 16, but she said she didn't consent to it.
Oh, okay. So she was backstage when this happened?
Yeah, apparently she was up in the front row with her boyfriend, and somebody came up and said, hey, do you want to meet Maynard? She said yes, so she left her boyfriend, went back there. He took her on the tour bus to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and she states at that point he started undressing himself, then started undressing her, then had sex with her unprotected. And she didn't say no, she didn't push him away or anything, she just did that.
So let me get this straight. Front row with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the guy comes back and says, hey, you want to meet the lead singer? And she left the boyfriend.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend was okay with that.
Apparently.
Okay, so you see where I'm going
I
here?
wouldn't have done that.
No, I mean, first of all, if that was my girlfriend, I'd be protesting that. Because I know anybody that goes to concerts, anybody that goes, if you're asked by the lead singer to come backstage, you're not going back there for a Pepsi and some Twizzlers. You're just not. Uh-oh, did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I
So-
just heard
Oh.
something over there.
Oh, so maybe it's just because I'm just older, and I mean, I've worked the circuits. I've worked those concerts. I know what happens when a girl, or actually, I've seen it the opposite, where one of the women on stage likes somebody, a guy in the front row, and they're asked to go back. You're not going back there for a Pepsi and some Twizzlers and to get a poster signed. You're not. That's just not going to happen. And if the boyfriend was a true boyfriend, he'd be like, hell no, you're not going back there. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
I wouldn't have, if I was dating anybody, I wouldn't have let him go back there by
Good
himself.
Lord, no.
I know what goes on back there.
Seen it, been there, witnessed it. I mean, they don't even go, sometimes they don't even go out into they just right there. They drop trowel and go at it. Because you know what? They can. And most people, hey, look who's there. Hold on a second. Let's see if we've got
Kinda.
ego. In there.
There's his nice chrome head.
I mean, they don't even go, sometimes they don't even. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now,
Yeah.
brother. Look
All right.
Look how he's got these white things
Thank you.
growing from his ears.
Thank you very
I
much.
think he shaved his
You're
head
very
today. I just want to rub that head.
I do too, man. It's so sexy.
Well, Michael, we know you have a history, so.
Oh,
Coming out of the
Oh.
gate punching. I'm digging in already. This is great.
oh.
So, Eddie, we were
There's-
talking about, and I don't want to rehash this for 15 minutes, what we just got through talking, but the bottom line is if somebody, okay, so Eddie, say me and you we're gay, right? And we meet up, and I say, Eddie, I know
Two
you
bald
dig
couples.
me and I dig you, but for you to live with me and for us to be a couple, you have to follow my rules or it won't work. And if you say, oh, John, I would love to do that, that's awesome, then we go at it, right?
It's on me then.
That's
If I
right.
accepted it, it's on me.
So, and you stick around with me for 4 years, and then I find you cheating, I kick your cheating ass out, and I go find me another handsome boy, whatever. Okay, so,
Hunter.
oh no, he's too lanky for me. The bottom line is you can't stay with someone for 4 or whatever. I don't care if it's a year. You can't stay and then go, I don't like this anymore. I'm out, because he dumped her for cheating, not her dumping him. And then what?
Right.
What you say, Michael? 6 months later, she's trying to get him back.
Yeah, several weeks to months later,
weeks,
she was
okay.
texting him wanting
So-
to come back.
Bottom line is, you can't wait and then go, oh, by the way, he forced himself and blah 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 and blah blah blah, and wasn't happy. The first time you're at the point where you don't want to be in part of that, you need to go, I'm out. Right?
Correct. And it wasn't also that she waited for the breakup. It's been years since the breakup, and now she's coming out and making the allegations. Correct,
Right.
Michael?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been at least 4 years since they've been broken up
So
that this is coming out.
It sounds to me like someone got in her ear, nee, 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 and now because she didn't get her way, and now he's married to somebody else, and I think he has a baby now, right?
Yep, on the way.
I
On the way.
believe so, yeah.
So now she's like, well, if I can't have him, and I'm really not going to get him now because now he's married and truly in love and blah blah blah, I'm going to ruin him. That's
Yeah.
it. That to me, it's just total vindictive bullshit.
You know, and I don't know if you've had a chance to read her, blog, whatever she put out, in her words, what she's explaining, but it just sounds so hypocritical. I'm not doing this to try to get him in trouble, but yada yada. I'm not going to name his
bullshit.
name, but she gives enough information where it only can be one person.
Right.
So,
And,
Yeah.
and what really angers me, and I tell you what, as you guys know, I'm probably one of the biggest Walking Dead fans there is. It really angers me that AMC would let him go with only allegations, no proof. No proof.
well, and that's what everyone's doing now. That's what pisses me off. Everyone is doing that. It's like automatic deassociate and cut ties, and you're on your own.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Absolutely.
So I know there was a petition going around on Facebook. I think even Cecil signed it to get him back to the Talking Dead.
Yeah.
No, I signed it, and
I didn't.
I haven't seen it, but I'll sign it.
I'll find it and I'll forward it to you because, you
Yeah.
know, look, yeah, maybe what he did was a little whack. Okay, so he's got some
He's a controlling prick. Okay.
he's got control issues, right? I get it, and some of them, I mean, some of those I can understand, and some of them I'm like, okay, that's just what he wants. And you know what? There's always someone out there for all of us. So obviously he found the
Absolutely.
one that he really likes or really loves because he married her in whole 9 yards. So I'm not going to bash him on, you know, he's a freak. That's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all freaks in some way or another, you know?
Well, like I said, I was telling you guys, and where I learned this, and I think you had a laugh when I told you this, John, is last year, for the first time, I went with Mike to Fetish Con. And I discovered
The freaks.
that I am so vanilla. When I thought I was like top dog freakish guy,
Yep.
oh no, I'm way in the back. I'm vanilla. You know, there's so much out there that, you know, hey, if two people agree, go do your thing.
Right.
So, for instance, the first day at FetishCon last year, me and him find a cute girl. We're like, can we get some photos? I guess it was her boyfriend or play partner. I don't know what he was. We start taking photos of him, and she's like, were y'all here last night? We're like, oh, no. She's like, oh, you missed the underwater blowjob scene we did at the pool.
Oh, hey. Oh, my.
Okay, y'all, this does get a little freaky. Okay.
Yeah, hey.
I do have one caveat. She was not cute, Mike.
We found this cute
She
girl.
was busted up, but it was a very interesting story.
Oh, hey, look, and we all have to have those very interesting stories, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
But like I said, is the Me Too movement, you know, I get it, and I understand what they're trying to do, but it's been hijacked. It's been hijacked, and it's being used now in warfare to get revenge.
right, look, you have daughters, Ego. I have a
Yep.
granddaughter. Michael, not yet, maybe someday. And
I don't think y'all want me breeding.
and the first person
No.
that ever hurts my little baby, you won't find them. I'm just telling you now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm flat out telling every male out there that's old enough that's going to be great and will ever be able to date my granddaughter. If my granddaughter ever gets hurt, I will drive from Florida and you will disappear forever. And they'll never prove anything, even though I've got this. I'm just saying right now. So I understand. I don't like those guys that have taken this to the point where they've hurt the ladies and hurt our women. I get it. I'm married. I love my wife
There
to death.
are
And you
ones
know
that
what?
have, in the convention scene, that's been an issue with photographers that have crossed the line and everything.
Well, I mean, it's gonna. Every industry has it. I mean, you got the Fortune 5,000, 1,000, 1 million, whatever. The big boys have got all this money and they do this stuff. Look, there's a sick world out there. I'm not saying don't go after those guys, and if those guys have done something to you, then that's great, man. Bring it to the forefront, but don't wait 20 years. If it happens, go now. You know, go right now. If somebody's done something, look, every lady out there and every male out there, if they've happened to you right now, go. But you got to have proof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to. Don't go just slinging words because it's not right. You know, it's just not right. So I think the knee-jerk reaction's got to stop, and I think male or female, you got to have proof, and if you got proof, God bless you, take them down and take them out, period, because they don't need to be out there. Predators are not.
I agree.
You know, so.
Yeah.
But that's.
So, you know,
that's, what's that?
No, I would. It would be nice if someone would call in. I would like to hear some other opinions, and,
Yeah,
and even if it's contrary to us, I'd just like to hear what they have to say. Have we put the number out?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
Okay.
put it on our Twisted Views page, and let me
Got
see
it.
if anybody's watching right now.
I got 5 people watching.
Yeah, there's those people watching, so that's cool. But I really, I got to turn that off. Okay, so Rob Ward, yeah, dating used to be that time frame where you learned whether or not you can live by or with another person's habits, rules, etc. That's it right there. So Yeah, and there is a phone number. Let me see if I can find where I did that at. See more. Hey, right there's a phone number. I'm going to repost the phone number right now, guys.
Yeah.
And I'll pin it to the top. Sound good?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see it there. 813-922-4049.
Yep. That's it. So if someone's got something to say, please, by all means, we'll love to talk. I'm going to pin that up there. I'd be glad to talk to you. We want to talk. We want to know. I want to know. You know, we were talking about a girl that Michael was talking about who, okay, I'm going to set the scene for you. You're at a rock concert, man. You're down front. You're a girl, and you're with your boyfriend, and you're watching the band. And then some roadie comes out and says to the girl, hey, the lead singer wants to meet you backstage. You want to go back there? And she says, yeah. Now, two things happens. I'm the boyfriend, and I'd be pissed off at all hell if that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then, but yet she goes back anyway. So there must not
I sent you the link for it.
Okay. There must be something going on, right? Oh, yeah, Maynard James. How about that? Okay. So here's, and again, I'm not saying the guy's a saint. But if you're down front jamming out and a roadie comes and gets you and says, hey, you want to go backstage and meet the lead singer, and you say yes, you know you're not going back for, again, I'm going to say it, you're not going back for a Pepsi and some Twizzlers and maybe to get a poster signed. You're not.
Unless it's Miley Cyrus. Well, probably not even then now.
And then when they say, hey, you want to go on the bus with him too? Right there, she said, no, I'm good. I'm going to go out with my boyfriend that I came here with. But no, she literally went out there, started watching a movie, and the guy started undressing her and him, and then but she didn't deny it. She didn't say, get off me.
Yeah.
So who's wrong here? I mean, they're both wrong.
Like I said,
Yeah.
they're both wrong, but I mean, it's kind of hard because people twist words, but you got to avoid the situation. That's what you got to do.
Right.
If you don't want to face that, don't go.
Exactly. That's that whole.
Hey, Hunter's on the joined us.
He did.
Hunter.
Yeah. Well, he's watching the chat and joined us, but
did.
he's
Thanks, Hunter.
he's in the
you
chat.
know what? Marnie D'Agostino is watching too, I guess. So, but the whole point is, we as Americans have got to make way better decisions. You know what I'm saying? Way better decisions. Yeah. The whole, if you can't get mad if you've made a stupid decision. You can't. And you can't go, well, he raped me. Well, really? You didn't put yourself in that situation. And I'm not talking about just her, because it goes both ways. I've been at concerts where there's women been on the stage, and they've asked for the cute hunky dude down in the front. The cute hunky guy goes back there, and you know what he's doing. He's humping. Mm-hmm. That's just what he knows. That's what it's for. So neither one of them should have been in that position. I'm trying to look and see who's watching, so I can't look at it here because I've got the secondary screen up. So. But I know there's people out there going, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe I don't, But I know I've worked enough concerts to know that if you go backstage and you're asked by the lead singer, you're not going back there for a Pepsi and Twizzlers. I'm just saying. Just saying. That's why we call this Twisted Views. I'm going to talk about the real shit. I'm not going to sit there and candy coat crap. It's not gonna. That's not. If I want to do that, we'll go and do the View. And you know what?
Michael's favorite show.
And here's something else too.
God.
I just want everybody to know I'm not here to pro-Trump or con-Trump or anything else. I think they're all screwed up. I mean, yeah, I voted for Trump because I sure the hell didn't want Hillary in there, but even he's messed up a couple times, and I'm like, God, why? Dude. So don't think this is a Republican show, because it sure the hell isn't. I'm talking about we're going to bring up stuff on this show, by the way, that just really most people won't talk about. And I think
that's the point. That's where I hope we're different from the other shows, where you can speak your mind. Is a no judgment-free zone.
Exactly.
You know.
And we want
let's
people
just say
calling
how it
in.
is.
Yeah. We want
Absolutely.
people to call in and say, hey, I agree with you or I don't agree with you, or have you ever thought of it this way? I would love to have that white table that says, blah, 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 change my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm always, I'm hard-lined on certain things, but if you give me a good argument against it or for it, where I'm against it or for it, I'm listening. Totally listen. So, in my opinion, but bottom line is you don't put yourself in situations that are going to go down the wrong path or have the potential to go down the wrong path.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And that's what.
So we'll see how this plays out.
Right. Well, look at our boy James and Winston for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Now there's a cat
the Uber.
There's a cat that's got tons of problems that followed him from school. So, he's one of those kind of guys that you're like, well, it kind of guilty. I mean, he's got that track record. So did he? But then he's got a friend that says, no, it didn't happen. That didn't happen. She was confused. Now, I think there's a different way to wording it, saying she's confused. That's just like saying you're stupid. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm Jameson Winston. You're gonna call me out in public? Yeah. That's what people look for. They look for those people to go, hey, that's the guy right there that did it. Because they're looking for that 15 minutes of fame. Now you guys can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I don't care. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. No, we're all buddies.
No, there's just so many different motivations. Let's be honest about it. Some people don't care about the fame. They're hoping it doesn't make it anywhere because they got paid off.
Right. Yeah, it's a hush money thing.
Look at Stormy. Stormy was nice and quiet until she figured she could get more money.
Right. Now, so here's okay. I just don't get this. Okay, here is a woman that dances in front of a little camera for money. She's a camster girl. Looked it up. I looked it up. I was like, okay, what is? Okay, yeah, we all know she's a porn star, whole 9 yards. But if she was the greatest porn star, why is she why is she doing Camster.com or whatever it is? They're not a sponsor, by the way. Just let everybody know. I'm just saying.
But we won't take them as a sponsor.
Well, I love money. Anything for $20. $20 is $20. But the bottom line is, so here's these up. And again, I'm going to make fun of the Democrats, but I'm going to make fun of the Republicans later. So it's just an even trade here. So here you got the Democrats that are upholding this woman as if she's an angel, and she says, "Oh, she's so true." But yet, you know what? For $1, she'll take her panties off. There you go.
Yep.
That tells you where our society is going when they will sit there and listen. Hey, look, you know what? I don't give a crap if Donald Trump had sex with her. I don't care. That's not what I hired him for. Yeah. I knew going into this he's a playboy. And his track record shows as much. And if you don't know that, you're a moron. That dude gets more tail than most of us will ever dream of in our lifetime. He just says, I want that. Okay. And the only reason she got in there is because she knows he's got money. So down the road, she could probably get some of that, which she did, But she was a better negotiator than Bill was. Just saying. just throwing it out there. I went to Sonic today. Oh, I love these freezes. Sonic is not a sponsor, but they can be if they want to.
Yeah,
did you go during happy hour?
Huh?
Sonic happy hour?
No, I had to have something cold, and I didn't feel like getting out of the truck and going to 7-Eleven and getting a Slurpee, which I absolutely love 7-Eleven. You could be a sponsor if you want to. But it's a
Slurpee machine studio.
Oh, that would be cool in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Eddie would probably never leave.
Yeah.
You never leave already.
I know. I feel like I live here. My poor wife, I think she thinks she's a single mom. It kind of is what it is.
At least she knows where she can find you. That's a good
is
thing.
true. That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you know, we gotta. I think we've really crossed that line where we've come a society of just knee jerk and you'll just listen to anybody I don't care who's in office. When Obama was in there, if you railed against Obama, you had a whole bunch of people behind you immediately just to be behind you. You could be just flat out making crap up and they would be like, yeah, I hate Obama. Now it's hate Trump, and then it was hate Bush and hate Clinton. I mean, we all got to stop and shut up and kind of have a conversation about really what's wrong. You know, that might work. Right?
The difficult stuff is
Maybe.
there's no longer a mediator. I've stopped watching the news. I cannot find one single station that is even keel. Not a single one. So I stopped watching the news.
Yeah. It's terrible. You know, I used to be a big Fox supporter, and even now when I watch Fox, I'm like, dude, you guys are just so far. I mean, see, they're right. So it's like, oh my God, please stop. Just be fair and balanced, because now they're not. It's what we should call it. We say it's not fair and balanced. It's skewed and upside down. And then CNN's just the polar opposite. They just make crap up and whatever will get a viewer to watch, even if it's a lie. That's what they do, which is crazy. Crazy. So
but they're just feeding their own masses, because it seems like, you know, if you're to the right, all you do now is watch Fox. If you lean towards left, all you do is watch CNN, NBC. It's sad. It's sad. I'm tired of watching the news. You know, I mean, you know, what do you say? Hashtag fake news.
Yep. Or what is the new one I'm coming up with? Hashtag Me Too wannabes. Anything to jump on a board. Anything. They don't care. So, I mean, it's just like the whole, okay, I don't know if you're a Roseanne Barr fan or not, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit. If you guys got something to talk about, just rip it out there. So, I never was a big Roseanne Barr fan. I mean, I watched Roseanne, the movie, you know, the TV show. And
I liked the show when it came back out. It was good.
I got to see the first one, and then I missed the one that got the hoopla going, and I'm like, wow. And now they want to turn around and do it called The Connors, or O'Connors, whatever it is. With
everybody but her now.
I'm not going to watch it. First of all, I don't think the rest of them are funny, except for Sheldon's mom. Yeah.
I can't remember her name,
I know her Sheldon's mom, so that's how I know her.
Oh, okay. I was saying, wait, you're mixing your shows, but I get what you're saying now.
But yeah, I can't remember the sister's name, but if it wasn't for the fact Roseanne was on there, and let's see, back then the blonde daughter, she was hot.
Which one? There were two of them. They swapped them out.
No,
yeah, they swapped the blonde daughter out.
I think both of them.
No, the daughter's been swapped out.
No, I know, but I mean they're both hot.
No.
They weren't ugly.
The second one's better.
Oh, the blonde, the little chubby one.
Yeah, she was also on Scrubs.
I'm gonna have to do research. I'll do research.
I'll do it right now. See, that's the great thing about having the internet here.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Because I don't remember a swap out, because I just started rewatching the first episode, because that's the only thing right now, and I think it's on Netflix.
So if you watch the new Roseanne, the actual daughter on the new Roseanne, the blonde, was the original daughter. The one that was trying to have a baby is the second daughter that took her place.
Yes, there was two daughters. Yes. So, but I think they were both cute.
Laura Metcalf.
Back then, being as young as I was, that's kind of cool. I'm digging it. So,
Jeff popped in chat and said it's Laura Metcalf.
Okay. So
when you were talking
somebody
about
watching that new. Yeah, she is Jackie on Roseanne. Bonnie Wobert says.
Oh, that's the sister. Yeah, Jackie.
So but why? Okay, so Roseanne was the draw. Don't get me wrong. I like Goodman. I mean, he's a good actor. I don't dislike him. I like him in Kong and some other stuff that he did. But That's not the reason I watched. I watched to see what Roseanne was going to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was the whole point, because she made all the jokes and everything.
Yeah. I mean, should she have written what she did? No. Hell no. That was the dumbest thing I could have. I don't care if you're on cocaine and lewds, and I don't give a crap. You still.
But should he be punished for making a joke?
But the reaction is immediate. The reaction is immediate.
Knee jerk.
Pull the show. Forget about it. It's all over.
Yep. Exactly.
It's like Tim Allen. He made a joke and they pulled his show. Last Man Standing or whatever it was.
Fox is picking that back up.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. I like Tim Allen. I liked Tim Allen before he was doing this. Because of the way he was doing this, I liked him even more. But I loved Tool Time. Tool Time, in my opinion, was
Home Improvement was awesome.
Because you know what? I mean, he was funny. Al was funny. The two Tool Time girls were smoking hot, and we know who both of them are. I mean, come on. Who
Pamela
did not
Anderson.
fall in love with Pamela Anderson at that point in time? Really?
Yeah.
And I think that shows what made her anyway. That's what got her, you know, I mean, she was already
got her to Baywatch.
Part of the start.
Yeah, so, yeah, Marnie, we know. Yeah, but they should. The bottom line is, don't cancel the show. Fine her. Fine her. She can.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she can afford the fine, but fine her. That sometimes you hurt people like that in their pocketbook because you know what, they may, you know, that sucks. You know, I'd hit her with a $500,000 fine. There you go. Your show's going to go on, but it's going to cost you $500,000. Right? I mean,
it's fair.
Do it. I mean, that way. You know what? And then they just make it up in the revenue in the past, or you know. But you know, by her getting fired, that's what sucks. Is she affected other lives, right?
Yeah.
By doing what she did. But well, again, we all make and look. It's Roseanne Barr. We all expect her to
She's a comedian
and say stupid crap.
Absolutely.
You know, it is what it is. So I don't know. So that's enough with Roseanne Barr. That was dumb. I am glad Tim Allen hopefully does come back. I really think that would be good. I'd like to just come back Tool Time. That's perfect. I love that. Did you guys really watch any of The Last Man Standing?
Yeah, it was a great show.
So I love the
I
fact
didn't.
throughout the whole.
They did a few cameos in it.
Yes, they had the son. Well, one of the sons was there.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the young kid.
He was the owner of the restaurant that the daughter worked for. Then you got his original wife who lived down the street and was always busting his balls about tools and how she knew how to use tools better than he did. Right? It was a good show. Oh, Bonnie says Pam is hot. Yes, Pam was hot. She was the so it just we have got, and this is what I personally think is pushing our millennials away from TV, because now they can go to Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Vudu, all those stuff, and now they can watch the stuff they want to watch without this crap affecting them.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the TV channel, the people that are programming now are pushing future generations away from television. They're killing themselves slowly, but they're killing themselves.
So Bonnie mentioned we all have freedom of speech.
Yes, we do. Unless it incites riots.
Yeah. Or if you're talking bad about president, then you're in trouble.
Well, not really, because I mean,
look at what happened to Roseanne.
Yelled at, fuck you, and she still has a job. I don't even know how that's possible. You walk into my studio and you tell me, and you working for me, intern or not, you say fuck you, you're gone. And I'll
make sure I don't
call your
do
ass.
that.
I'm just saying. You know, there's got to be a respect. Look, whether you like this man or not, he is our president. And you need to show him the respect that is due a president. As much as Obama upset me, he was still my president. And I said it as such.
But freedom of speech, should you be punished for what you say?
No. But if you break, okay, there's a difference. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna step back, and we're gonna talk about the NFL now. Okay, one of the biggest,
All right.
baddest organizations in America. It really is. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, now whether you agreed with Kaepernick for kneeling or not, he was trying to do he was representing his freedom of speech. Now, some people say he was disrespecting, and then there's some people he was disrespecting because he had the right of freedom of speech. This is my take on it. He was disrespectful, absolutely. But what he wasn't there to do is to do that. He has one job on that given day, and
Right.
that day is to
Right.
play football. I'm not looking for him to do, I'm not looking for political. I'm not looking for grandstanding. I want you to go out there, catch, throw, tackle, run, or do something with a football. And if you're not going to do that, stand there and look pretty. Because all the women are going, hey, nice asses in the white tighties. And all of us guys are looking, all the cheerleaders going, oh, heck yeah, thank you, baby. Thank you, God, because God did something really, really good. Bottom line is, you're right, absolutely. Everybody's got freedom of speech. And by God, we're doing this. We're doing this. But the bottom line is that's not where you do it. And I don't give a crap if it is his platform. Now, his platform is how many, I mean, say, who? Is that your cat, Eddie?
Yeah, he's going crazy
that
here.
thing's like this big. But the bottom line is when I go to work and when my people come to work for me or I work for somebody else, I was there to do a job. Not sit there and when I saw everybody was looking at me to start protesting. Because the companies I used to work for, you did that, you're gone. Because your job is to come to work, do your job, take your break, do your job, take your lunch break, do your job, take your break, do the rest of your day, and then go the hell home. Now,
And go home.
what I do after that, my deal. Now, what I do find disheartening is all these companies that once they leave your employment and they're on their own. Yeah, I mean, they can go out there and do something and people go, well, that guy works for that guy. Well, he wasn't working for me at that point in time. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, we all and all these NFL guys, they sign these contracts that says I won't be morally disrespectful. Blah blah blah. There's all this clause in there. You can't do stuff. So as long as he's not disrespecting the NFL and not making the NFL look bad, according to his contract, he can do whatever he wants. He can go have a press conference if he wants to. I don't think he can, though.
No,
I think the NFL...
my big problem has to do also with the fact, again, it all depends on who you are and what you're doing for and the flavor of the day. Tim Tebow would take a knee, and they were all up in arms.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
But different rules for different. I don't agree with that. It needs to be all fair and the same.
Exactly.
And to me, like I said, you're being contracted, paid millions of dollars to football. Just play football.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah. I'm not looking for you to. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. I mean, I like church. I love church. I got one of the coolest pastors you ever see, man. This cat is awesome. He breaks it down like better than most preachers I've ever seen in my life. But the bottom line is when it's that football, you're there to play and make plays, and that's it. I'm not looking for a political statement. You want to do a political statement, go to a march afterwards. But by God, sit there and do your job. That's my, again, because I have the freedom of speech. That's what I'm saying. That's my point of view.
Right.
That's my twisted view.
You're twisted. You're a pretty twisted guy.
I know. So what do you guys want to talk about? Because I've talked about everything. It's been me talking the whole time. Come on, Michael.
I don't know. I was all for the Hardwick part. I don't know anything else right now.
Boy, see,
John, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see? I tagged you on a Facebook thing today. I don't know if you saw it. But it was a parody, and what it had to do with was guys that look. It was titled "Don't Look at My Tits."
Oh
And
yeah.
it was guys that would see girls and they would get slapped in the face.
Yep.
I would be black and blue because it's not what I'm saying is I'm a guy. I'm a Latino guy. I'm not going to be creepy about it, but a nice woman walks past me, showing
Right.
cleavage, I'm going to look. I'm not going to stare. I'm not going to say a rude comment. But it just took it far to like if you even glance, you got slapped in the face.
Right.
And I just thought it was funny. That's why,
No, and that's kind of funny, and I'm glad you brought that up. We got about 6 minutes to go, so
Yeah.
it was a quick show tonight. We don't have to end it. I can always go edit out. So if we want to go longer, if everybody on Facebook wants us to go longer, hey, give us a shout out to say go longer or stop. But
yeah.
I have if you're gonna. Okay, and man, this is going to make me sound like a misogynist pig, but I'm not. If you're going to walk out of your house where your skirt literally shows the bottom of your ass and you get pissed because some guy looks at you, you're a moron. Period.
Yeah.
If you walk out of your house and you've got a wife beater shirt on and no bra and big nipples and big areolas and big titties and you think someone's not going to look at you, you're a fucking moron. I'm just saying. And guys are going to look. So don't get mad when guys look at you. Now, I'm not asking women to go out in burqas. Not what I'm saying.
No.
Okay? I think my wife, when she dresses up and she goes out, she looks sexy and she is just the bomb. And yeah, I look at her boobies. That's what I like, But I'm not gonna, But I'm not gonna make it so obvious in the crowd like people are like, "Hey, John, her eyes are up there," That's not what I'm gonna do. But guys are guys. Okay, we don't have the control like women do. And let me tell you something. You think men are bad. Women are catty, man. I'm telling you what, them ladies are hating on each other all the time, which is so sad. But but what I'm trying to get to is if you don't want to get stared at, don't wear some of the crap you wear, because some of the stuff that you women wear out there is like it's inviting men to go, ugh, look at those. I mean, it's just one of the. It's just going to happen. But don't get all pissy when we do.
What we're talking about here, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're talking about looking. I agree. Dressing that way gives men no right to come and touch you.
That's correct.
Or
No
say
touch.
something inappropriate to you. I'm just saying, you're glancing, you're looking, it's there. You know what I mean? Window shopping is
human nature.
Yeah.
So,
there
you go.
But you can't. You just can't get mad. You can't. You can't if you're going to dress. Now, if somebody comes over and touches my wife inappropriately, you're not going to find them.
I feel bad. They're going to be dead.
No, I'm not saying they're going to die. You're just not going to find them. Just saying. Same thing with my granddaughter, and same thing with if Eddie's girls were around me and I saw some pervy over there get ready to go touchy. Nah, you wouldn't find them. I'm just saying. We love our family and but I don't think Eddie's going to let his daughters walk out of the house where you can see through their shirts, not wear undergarments, or have shorts so short that you can see up their bahootie. That's not going to happen. And
they know that since they're little. When they live under this roof, it's these rules. And they understand that and respect it, and no problems.
Right. I have a weird feeling that, and people are going to get angry at this statement, but I really don't care because it's what Twisted View is about. If you're going to go out and look like a hooker, people are going to treat you like a hooker. If you go out looking like a meth head, people are going to treat you like a meth head. If a guy goes out looking like he's a stoner, they're going to treat you like a stoner. That's just the way we are, and so. If you're going to wear something who hasn't noticed it lately? All of a sudden, side boob's a big thing again. So guys are going to look.
Next time.
What's that?
Said I'll put my side boob away on the
Thank
next
you.
show.
It's about time. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy.
Oh my goodness.
You know, but you know, if women want respect, if men want respect, if we want respect, we have got to come across like we want respect, not like we want to be bent over a pool table. I mean, maybe that's the wrong way to look at things, but you know, you're always guilty by association. So if you hang around with a bunch of shitheads, guess what? You're going to be a shithead. You may not be a shithead, but people are going to think you're a shithead. Right?
So, but the point that we're talking, you know, is just the extreme. So, my way to work, I always listen to WFLA. Not a sponsor, but if they want to be, we'll take them.
I know those guys.
Yeah, and good guys. And they were talking about this company that now has a policy as far as the fraternization amongst and stuff.
Right.
But it is so exaggerated, when you can talk to a member of the opposite sex, when you can, hang out, if you can be Facebook friends or not. I mean, it's just, they're taking complete control of not only your hours of work, but what you do outside of work.
Right.
And see, that's what I disagree with as well.
It shouldn't happen.
No, okay, when we're doing shows and my guys are done, or when we're done, what you do after that's what you do after that. You know, what you put on social media, you put on, as long as you're not degrading the company that you work for. If you're that unhappy that you're degrading the company that you work for, you need to quit.
Yeah. See, then there's issues with that.
Yeah. Now, if I go, if I was paying my employees, and then they go and on their Facebook, John Gasson over at Tampa Bay Multimedia, that guy's an asshole. He's a fucking douche. Worst place ever, blah, blah, blah. I hate to work there. I look for it. You know what? First of all, I'd let him go because you're not happy. And if you're not happy, you're not doing work for me the right way. You're not getting 100%. But, yeah. That's grounds for dismissal. But if the guy goes out and gets arrested for smoking a doobie and getting a beer and he gets, well, that's, he made a mistake. That's his fault. I'm not going to fire him for that. I'm going to sit there and go, dude, hey, that was dumb. But I'm not going to let the guy go because of it. Because we all make mistakes. I mean, there's not, I'm just telling you, there's not a person walking this planet that's not made a mistake. And a big one. And we've all made some big ones. I've made some huge mistakes. Huge. So you can't literally beat someone up for that. But, if you see someone's got a problem and go, hey, you got a little bit of a problem going on, maybe you need to get some help. Can I help you, or can I get you some help? I think we're going to go a bit longer than 58 minutes tonight. I'll just cut it down.
Yeah, but I think Slinky's on now.
Slink's on? Oh, that's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, you got to stop drinking, smoking doobies, get behind the wheel. I'm just kidding. It's not what he does. And if he does, more power to you, baby. But no, you can't, the companies can't overreach. And I know, look, it's like, you got to have a perfect credit score to work for some of these companies. Look, some people don't have perfect credit scores. It is what it is. They've made mistakes. That doesn't mean they're not going to work hard. They just mean they made a mistake. You don't punish them for it. Maybe help them. See, I think that's the biggest problem that also with society is we used to help each other. Now, I'm not saying that all society is this way, but a lot of people, it's that gang mentality. They're like, you screwed up, you're out. Throw away the trash. We'll go find someone to replace you. We need to kind of go, hey, let me help. I can probably give you some good advice, or find someone that can give you some good advice. But I don't think, throwing the baby out with the bathwater is a good idea.
Yeah. So hey, I've been catching up on chat, and we're having some great interaction. Between Bonnie with some things, Slinky, he loves the show, he wants to be on it. So there's some really good comments. And then Bonnie, I dig you, Bonnie. Doesn't hurt to look, just don't touch. I get it. I'm 100% with you, girl.
Right.
So yep, definitely appreciate all these comments here. Just catching up now.
Yeah, that's what I need you guys for, because I'm too busy talking, and I'm trying to switch things over and trying to find stuff. this has turned out to be the Boss Tech show. And that's not what it was supposed to be. So, hey, did anybody see Jurassic Park?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's good. Go see it. Just saying.
I heard there's a
Regal is not a sponsor, but they can be. Just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I'm just a friendly guy, you know. I don't need no girl power on the show, girl. I got this. That's what Marty says. I keep telling everybody I'm a black woman trapped in a white man body. I can get the little head nod.
I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
You go, big guy. We're all happy to be lesbians today, right? Girl power. So
there you go.
But sis, anything else going on that we need to talk about and rant right now? Because I think we've done a good job tonight keeping people either laughing in there and peeing themselves or going, that boy ain't right, and there's two lackeys.
All I'm saying
not right
is it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Technical difficulties will be fixed, especially on my end. But it's going to be much better. I mean, I'm thinking this is something that people are going to tune in on Tuesdays. And,
I
as
got
long
something.
as we keep it real. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't want fake here. No fake news.
No, it's not fake.
Honest opinions. You got to be honest, man. Honest.
So, I'm not going to name names, but
name names.
there's a comic shop. Well, comic shop, Gods and Monsters in Orlando. Great shop. Someone recently went in there, and she was with a person that has been sexually harassing other females. It's been proven, whatever. People confronted him when they were in the comic shop, and one patron had her phone and was recording the whole thing for her safety, which I understand. And this girl's getting all pissed off about it, the one giving props to the sexual predator. She goes ahead and leaves a bad review for the comic shop because she felt threatened because someone recorded her and called her out for being with a predator.
Okay, so did someone that worked for the shop do this, or just somebody?
No, it was a patron. It was another customer that was in there at the same time that's been harassed by that person, it sounds like. And so she was recording her calling this guy out. And so she leaves a bad review for the shop and says, oh, it's because I feel threatened now. I don't want to go there because you let these kind of people shop here.
Eddie, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I just don't know enough background on this. I always fall into
neither do I. So I'm just taking from what I'm hearing. So let me make sure I've got this straight. Girl goes in with her date, looking in a comic shop.
Which is the
doesn't matter.
guy that's a predator.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what he is.
Yeah.
Goes into the date, right? And another patron that's going to buy a comic book knows who the guy is, right? The date. So starts filming.
Yeah.
Inside the comic book store.
Correct.
Okay. So if I'm right, if I'm wrong, Eddie, you need to let me know, because Eddie got a little more background than this than I do. As far as I'm concerned, inside that shop, that's private property. That's not open domain. That would be different if they were outside in the parking lot getting filmed. So inside, someone else filming something else, that is an invasion of privacy. Because that's not, okay, when I go film, if I'm filming on private property and I have permission from the owner of the property to film, then I can film anything I want to film inside that property. But unless that patron filming went over to the owner and said, hey, that guy's this, blah, 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 and I'm going to film him and got permission from them, then no, the girl's right. No matter what the background is, she's right. That was an invasion of her privacy. So,
and John, that's why you see, like, when these stars down in Hollywood and stuff get spotted by the paparazzi, what's the first thing they do? They find a shop and they go run inside, and the paparazzi know they can't follow them inside.
That's correct.
Because it's property.
So whether or not the guy did what he did, she did what he did, that's not the issue here. The issue is her privacy was violated. because that is not an open that's not an open domain situation. Open domain means that I'm out on sidewalk or city street, and technically you can still get in trouble there, because unless you have a press pass from the city to film on the streets, that's technically not even open domain either. But it's more of an easement thing where you can get away with it. It's okay. It's an understood thing. But yeah, I would leave a bad review too, because the owner of that property did not protect my rights, nor did he have a sign up that says video is being taken and can be used, blah, 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 and posted.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's
Fair.
it's do I feel sorry for her? Absolutely. You know, because her privacy was the other person doing it for a good reason? Maybe. You know, maybe they were looking for some star time, you know, that 15 seconds of fame, because they got someone that they thought was a whatever. I don't even care what it doesn't matter. That's not my decision to make. But the overall decision is, in my opinion, would be her invasion of privacy was, it did happen. So the establishment didn't do a good job in protecting her. So by leaving that, I would, she's right.
Good point.
Not saying the guy's maybe not a bad guy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, you know, her privacy was invaded, and that should not have happened.
The bad review, was that a bad review of her saying what? That her privacy was invaded? Was that her point?
I can screenshot it and send it to you. Let me.
I'm just curious, but
Actually, I can read it.
Definitely.
It's short. I'm afraid to enter this establishment after being recorded without my consent. I won a door prize after spending a lot of money here. Too afraid to re-enter the building. Gave it a 1 star.
Okay.
But then there's tons of comments about what happened.
So Rob Ward, and he kind of knows a little bit about this stuff because he's been a restaurant manager and that kind of stuff. However, the store is inviting the public in aside, it's iffy. Privately owned restaurants and bars, however, are also considered public places in most legal definitions because the public is invited into the establishment. I get that. But even in the state of Florida, actually, I think it's in any state, if you have video surveillance, it has to be posted that you have video surveillance. You have the chance of being videotaped. Even though we all know that everybody has security cameras, everybody has this going on, it still has to be posted somewhere, right? And if the store does it, that's different than some patron going over there. That's like, you know, the guys, pictures, people of Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so technically, are the people taking the pictures invading the privacy of the patrons of Walmart? I think so. I personally think so. Do I think it's funny as hell? Absolutely. But technically, I think it'd be different if Walmart was posting their pictures of it,
Yes.
but it's not. It's patrons walking around. That's the same thing as if a guy's walking around with a cell phone and doing up the skirt shots. If you're going to follow under the rules of, well, they're being invited in, so technically that's not an invasion of privacy, right? So you have to let the guy go? No. That guy gets popped for all kind of crap. So personally, I think the days of, I don't, look, as much as I love taking video and I do pictures and all the stuff that we do, I think we've kind of gone too far sometimes in our streaming of, we did it in Orlando. Here was a guy dying in a car, and we're out there filming it because that's what we do for a living. We put it up on news stations. We put it up on Facebook, and then we were asked to take it down because the family member said it's kind of hard. So we did, out of respect for that family. But it's what we do for a living, right? That's not giving an excuse. I'm not saying that's right. So technically, we invaded privacy, but that did happen on an open street. It didn't happen in the store, right? I don't know.
What's the difference you posting it versus the news station posting that same footage?
None. as long as it's open domain, where I'm not having to worry about permits. Again, this person walked into the store.
Well, no, I'm talking about the street fire.
Well, I think that was just a respect thing, you know, because I mean, I don't know if you watched any of it or not, but it's you know,
Yeah,
you
I
hear
saw it that
one
day.
woman in the background. She's just she's having a bad night.
Yeah.
Just saying, you know, just saying. That's
And
my
again,
favorite
I
thing
mean,
to say.
just for people, just for people that like don't know the full story, that was no filming started after we had exhausted all means that we had available to try to go help.
Yeah, we were going to
And
go to
first
help. That's what we
responders
really
were already
originally
there.
went to. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I was too busy snoring.
Like I said, it wasn't that we go and catch film. Initial intention was to go help and do what we could, but within 20 seconds of us being there, both law enforcement, a minute later, fire department were there, and at that point, you have to step away, not get in the way.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to know when to go. I'm out of my league. It's not my job, you know. So, and you know, I know Bonnie was asking about, but if it bothers them, they should just leave and not blame the store. Yeah, you know, she could have just left. Actually, I would have went over and asked the person to delete the footage. Not saying they will, but you can go over and say, hey, look, I'm not comfortable with you filming me, and you don't have my right. So can you please delete the footage? Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you get down really to brass tacks, I personally think that was an invasion of privacy. I just do. You know, right or wrong. Right. Again, twisted views. You can agree. If you don't agree with me, you're more than welcome to call in. Yeah, I know it's not private if you're in public. I get that, but on inside stores and houses, that's private property. As much as we want to say, yeah, we're inviting everybody in, that's still private property. So when we go to shoot in some locations, and we're shooting on that, we have to get permission in writing from the client, and then if we're going to step on the sidewalk, you got to get permission. You got to get a permit from the city or the county, wherever you're at. So,
I mean, and for me as a business practice, you know, I would, you know, again, I don't want, you know, my store to be misrepresented in anything. Right. I see any confrontation or stuff, I'm going to go to both parties and say you need to take it outside.
Exactly. And you know what? I think that if that would have handled, she would not have given that poor review. If the store would have walked over and said, "Hey, you got to stop filming that," and if they fired, well, this is public. No, it's not. It's private property. So I'm asking you to just put your phone down. That legally would have stopped it all right there. But you know. It comes down to, I guess, did the store know that the person was filming the other person? If they had any recollection of it at all, the store should have stepped in and said, you need to stop.
Yeah. By the sounds of it, they did know what was going on.
They did.
Yeah, that's what it looks like in the messages on there. It looked like it.
Right. Now, I'm trying. I hate the silence when I'm trying to read. I'm a
same thing. I'm trying to catch up.
People are going to talk and put your 2 cents. I like Bonnie. You can give your 2 cents anytime you want to. Honey. I'm good with it.
Yes, absolutely.
But so if that's going to be it, do we got anything else we want to talk about, boys?
That's it for today.
All right. So here's what I want. Anybody out there that's watching if you want to call in, we have a call-in number. If you have a topic that you want us to touch on, nothing is out of bounds. We'll talk about all of it.
Nothing is sacred.
I mean, there ain't nothing. I'm willing to talk about anything. I might piss a whole lot of people off, but I'm willing to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying, Sam.
With that being said, this has been Twisted Views, and you know what? Tonight has been, I think it's been a 3-tornado night.
No.
So here's
our first one.
3-tornado night. Yes, man, that's right. I have that kind of stuff. We're goofy. All right, everybody, we will see you next Tuesday. And be safe out there. Be kind to people. Talk to people instead of yell at each other, and let's all just try to get along. Does that sound good?
Sounds like a good plan.
Later, everybody.
All right. See ya.
Up. Up. Stand by.
Warning, the views and opinions expressed by the hosts of Twisted Views do not necessarily reflect those of WeBeam TV, Area 52 Media Group, or Tampa Bay Multimedia. Simply put, these guys can be jerks sometimes.